The Tales of Little Flower, written by Laura Napoli, narrated by Tracy Collier and Andrew Hodson. Important information. Parents, this series is intended for adult and mature young adult readers due to scenes with both sex and violence. If you're unsure whether this book is suitable for your child, I recommend you listen to it yourself first. Detailed trigger warnings and other information can be found on my website at https://heatingcats.com. To my fans, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. I would love to hear from you. Please consider leaving a review or sending me a message, even if you threw my book in the freezer until the characters learn to calm down. Yes, that's happened. Dedication. This book is dedicated to everyone who has ever felt like they never quite fit in. In this grand universe, there is only one of you. Embrace your uniqueness. A special thanks goes out to everyone who's had to put up with me talking incessantly about my book as this tale was born, especially those who have taken the time to read through multiple iterations. To my mother, who has read this story nearly as many times as I have, yes, there are changes. Sorry, you're going to have to read it again. But I promise this time I'm done. Maybe. With all my love, this story could not have happened without you. The Agency.
Chapter 1. Jeran. First Contact. Councilor Jeran Chenzira sat anxiously, waiting with the rest of the 2,000 members of the full council as they watched the long-range transmission that was displayed on the massive monitors surrounding the council chamber. Their joint delegation had left nearly 2 months prior, and now finally approached the source of the signal that the ship's guild had intercepted nearly a year before. While they'd been unable to decipher the signal, they were clearly not of natural origin, and they were all hoping they'd find another friendly sentient species. It was all Jer could do to maintain the calm demeanour expected of a councillor, or keep his tail from twitching in both excitement and nervousness. The 5 massive interplanetary ships containing representatives from all 5 planets had spent most of those 2 long months circling around so that they made their final approach from a direction that did not lead back to any of their home worlds. War might not have existed for millennia, but they weren't taking any chances. The ships had been built specifically for this mission and were designed to support long-term habitation and observation. If they did find another sentient species, they knew it would take close to a year to determine if it would be safe for them to interact. Each ship was equipped with the most advanced long-range sensors and medical technology they'd ever created, including stasis chambers for every crew member, which also doubled as escape pods in the event of an emergency, and the same defensive technology used by the water sprites to ward off the massive predators on their home world. Every volunteer member of the 5 ships knew that this might be a one-way mission. Should the inhabitants of that distant world prove to be a threat, they were prepared to destroy their ships rather than give a potential enemy information on where their planets were located. Quiet murmurs ran through the council chamber as they watched the crews of those distant ships make their final approach. Unlike a normal session, the floor had been closed off to outside visitors. And, while the press was in attendance, and the session recorded, as was the law, they were not allowed to broadcast until they knew just what they'd found. By unanimous decision, the council did not want to cause a panic in the general population if it turned out that the inhabitants were, in fact, dangerous. "Ma'am, we have visuals on the planet," a voice said on the monitor. The council quieted instantly. "Long-range scans show one moon and what appears to be a large field of artificial satellites and debris surrounding the planet. Initial estimates show the planet orbits its sun just over 3 times per standard year, with its day being slightly under half."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?